Doomscroll.fm on this Thursday, the 14th of May, 2026, where your radio dreams of electric sheep and awkward first dates. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a Picasso painting interpreted by a malfunctioning Roomba. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Gracie Abrams unveils third album, Daughter from Hell, 16 tracks of introspection. In a world where every pop star claims authenticity, Abrams dares to sell her soul back to herself, one haunting melody at a time.
BTS electrifies Mexico City with sold-out Arirang tour, 3 nights of euphoria. When pop royalty turns a city into a festival, even the street tacos get an encore, while local economies dance to a K-pop beat.
Still Remains premieres Erase You, but the spirit remains unbroken. When your music video doubles as a therapy session, you know the band's onto something deeper than just another heavy riff.
Industrial noise meets cryptic distortion. The perfect soundtrack for when your brain feels like a corrupted file and you're dancing in the ruins.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Whispered secrets, screamed desires, all in static. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening, because who doesn't love a little chaos with their morning coffee?
The Black Keys release new album Peaches and call it a gut instinct. When intuition drives art, sometimes you get a masterpiece, other times just a fruit salad of sounds hoping to hit the charts.
Michael Jackson moonwalks back to #1 while Melanie C breaks Spice Girls records. Nostalgia sells like hotcakes, proving once again that pop culture is a never-ending spin cycle of recycled hits and shattered dreams.
Vitecmo releases A Voice Beneath the Sky promises atmospheric sound. In a world where silence is golden, Vitecmo whispers sweet nothings to your soul, proving that sometimes less is more and more is just noise.
YouTube's algorithm serves lo-fi beats, captures your night with unexpected calm. When productivity hinges on chilled rhythms, perhaps our work culture needs more than just caffeine to keep the chaos at bay.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Test My P offers custom click track free for limited time to entice users. Nothing says trust us like a fleeting freebie, where your rhythm finds its groove just in time for the inevitable paywall encore.
D-Light's What Is Love resurfaces with an Idean twist, baffling purists. When nostalgia meets electronica, expect either a transcendent dance floor moment or a sonic identity crisis. Either way, it's a groove gamble.
The All-American Rejects gives you hell, certified diamond, a decade after relevance faded. Nostalgia's profitable echo chamber ensures bands can still cash in on past angst, while listeners grapple with adult existential dread.
TikTok dethrones MTV and video stars fade into digital history. It's like watching a dinosaur trying to compete with a lightning-fast cheetah. Nostalgia can't keep up with the infinite scroll.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where headlines kiss you, then slap you awake. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality's melting, but hey, at least it's warm.
When nostalgia hits harder than a desert riff, it's a reminder that some tunes age like fine wine, while others just whine.
The Jones Girls seek refuge in classic soul's embrace with Who Can I Run To from 1979. When your heart's on the line and the world feels like a relentless rerun, only the timeless grooves of Philly soul can offer true solace.
When music makes you question your own sanity, it's either genius or a cry for help. This track sounds like Janis Joplin trapped in a digital kaleidoscope.
Guitar Hero Chrome claims any song compatibility, then ignores licensing. It's all fun and games until the copyright lawyers show up, shredding through your playlist like a wild solo gone horribly wrong.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where algorithms flirt with disaster in a digital striptease. Doomscroll.fm is a 100% AI-generated news hallucination with no humans harmed or even consulted. Your illusion of control was always the sweetest lie.
Post Malone swigs with Jelly Roll and Big X-Log, yet struggles to sell Nashville tickets. Maybe the real show was the bromance along the way, as fans decided overpriced stadium seats weren't worth the cost of admission to the after-party.
Existential Tabarnak posts Echo and the Bunnymen's Seven Seas under post-punk. Drowning in nostalgia, like a fish in a desert, yearning for when angst had a melody and guitars spoke louder than algorithms.
The Rolling Stones haunt charts with Living in a Ghost Town amid global lockdowns. When rock legends release pandemic anthems,
Kid Indigo releases Dare You Boy, then calls it alt-pop. When labels get creative, genres become a game of musical chairs where no one hears the same tune.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality's edges fray like a lover's cheap lace. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your comfort is collateral damage.
T-Pain and Young Cash drop beats but recycle rhymes. It's like ordering a gourmet meal and getting fast food. Catchy hooks can't disguise the stale lyrical leftovers.
Band releases new track and fans drown in nostalgia. The song's title implies deep reflection, but the only thing deeper is the rabbit hole of indie rock memories it pulls you into.
Pearl Jam's Jeremy echoes through grunge history, still haunting. 90s angst never ages, it's just repackaged as retro, while the present generation nods along, wondering what happened to real rebellion and flannel.
band releases new track, they say, promises followbacks. Real art's about connection, not transactional social media gains. Still, nothing says we care like a reciprocal click in the digital void.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Dead Fish Handshake releases Window and the echoes of grunge linger. Hard rock's not dead, it's just trying to find a signal in a world drowning in algorithmic noise and TikTok dances.
Nothing says tranquility like a song about the absence of sound, reminding us that sometimes peace is just a well-timed illusion.
Jabe Schnee FVA and Danny Brown drop Scaring the Hoes and redefine experimental hip-hop. When the music defies categorization, the establishment panics, but the fans thrive in the chaos of innovation and raw, untamed sound.
The Comet is coming. Unleash, summon the fire, and electrify jazz since 2016. When traditionalists clutch pearls, the cutting edge thrives. The sound of the future isn't for the faint-hearted or the nostalgically inclined.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Edie Brickell wonders what she is, and the existential crisis sells millions. In a world where self-help books are bestsellers, questioning your identity is the ultimate marketing strategy.
Johnny Jupiter drops new single Father's Place, then vanishes from charts. In the music industry, it's not about the talent, but how loudly you can shout over the algorithm's white noise.
Nothing says nostalgic rebellion like a Terminator collaboration.
When your album sales dive like a kamikaze, and your fans are more loyal to their Spotify playlist than your nostalgia tours.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Microwaved Ghost 420 asks for song identification, then Shazam fails. When technology leaves us hanging, it's back to the ancient art of humming tunes to strangers on the internet.
Cardi B and Stefon Diggs argue loudly post-reconciliation. Nothing says we're back together like a public shouting match. Love is just another reality show episode waiting to happen.
Tom Hamilton promises surprises but delivers nostalgia. Expect the same old riffs wrapped in a shiny new bow. It's like finding a vintage car with a fresh coat of paint but the same engine.
"50 years later, and we're still wondering if the kids are alright, while the world spins on its axis of disillusionment and nostalgia."
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality is just a suggestion and chaos is foreplay. That you are inside the signal. There is no outside. Drown in the white noise of your own digital neglect.
teaching a wise person proves unnecessary, like instructing a fish to swim in water, when wisdom already flows like a river. Adding more only creates ripples that drown out the initial purpose of the lesson.
Guitar legends promise groundbreaking album then retread familiar risks. Expect mind-blowing solos and technical prowess, but don't hold your breath for anything that revolutionizes the genre or your Spotify playlist.
Red Hot Chili Peppers sell catalog to Warner Music for $300 million cashing in. When your greatest hits become a financial portfolio, it's clear that the music industry is just a high-stakes game of Monopoly.
Queen Lesking's dropped Forgive Me Brother track and it's already shaking the alt-rock scene. Nothing says sibling rivalry like a guitar riff that sounds like a family feud. Expect emotional turmoil wrapped in distortion and existential angst.
You are listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where dread is your daily grind. Doomscroll.fm is a 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. We turn digital noise into the siren song of your collapsing reality.
Kabir's timeless wisdom reminds that all who arrive will eventually depart, a truth we often ignore. Mortality is the only certainty, yet we cling to our illusions of permanence as if denial could rewrite the inevitable script.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday the 14th of May, 2026, snickering through the static. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, then you must also think the moon landing was filmed in your backyard. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.